Dasha Abrams, the poet. This poem that I'm bringing to you, I will try not to cry during it because it is one of the ones that are more personal to me. As you know, as everything that I write is personal to me. I have presently written 690 poems, and I can't believe I've written that much. But yeah, this one is called 21 Years. It's not a current one, this is an older one. This one is called 21 Years. 21 years ago, the cosmos of my world shifted. The ground that was once steady for me crumbled deep into the abyss. 21 years ago today, my life had forever changed. The first death I felt so deep, its untimely way. 21 years ago today, the fire left that machine. It sent a sphincter full of pain that to this day has not been erased. His last breaths in shock, in pain. His blood was sprayed amongst his hands. It was his conviction that made him stay, and stay he did until she took him away. My guidance, my wisdom I no longer had, my physical bat I had in this land who cared for me, guided me, saw me as a second chance, showed me a side of him he forgot to show my aunt and dad. 21 years later, this day still hurts. The realization that I can no longer hear his heart, the reality that I can no longer hear his words, I can only have the many memories of his stories I've heard. 21 years later, I still cry on this day as intensely as I cried when I first heard Grandpa Volley say those words to me that I can't forget to this very day when he announced to me that Grandpa Chuck had went away. Why, oh why did she have that gun that day? Why did she have it in her hand at all that day? I don't know why he didn't get rid of it no matter how much we begged for him to take it away so things wouldn't happen the way that they did. 21 years later, this day never gets easier. I instinctively get sadder, followed by the understandable anger, and then comes the grief and the emptiness I feel. That void in my soul has yet to be filled. 21 years, the cycle of this day. I can't fall asleep no matter how hard I meditate. The pain of this day is embedded in my soul. Every year today, since the year it started, sadness, misery, grief, and crying takes control. The smartest and wisest man I knew, the most caring, most loving, best storyteller too. It's those times I miss when I could just sit in his arms and watch sports with him all day long. NASCAR, football, baseball, basketball, that giant dictionary he pulled out when I was in trouble. His discipline was stern and fair and thought-provoking. And when he said make a long story long, he really wasn't kidding. Are you a smart fella or a fart smeller? Don't worry, nothing's ever all right. Sometimes in your life, Dasha, you have to be neutral. Neutral. That means you don't go forward and you don't go backwards. You just stay in the middle and observe for a few seconds. That way, you can make a good decision. Neutral. You can't change if you're going to complain, and if you're going to complain, you're not going to change. Ain't a word, and can't is not an option. If you mess up in life, forgive yourself for your mistake and move on from it with the lesson you have learned from it. Just because you fall doesn't mean you stay on the ground. Get right back up and give it another try. Define your circumstances, Dasha. Don't let your circumstances define you. I miss you, Grandpa Chuck. Thank you for your life. Thank you for your example. Thank you for making your mark of existence on me. To my grandpa.